Hello everybody and thanks for joining. In this video we are talking about my RED Komodo rig as I've built it out here. What parts did I use, which remote adapter, which handle, with which lenses, all that kind of stuff. So stick until the end and have fun. Hi guys, my name is Paul, I'm a German filmmaker and this channel is all about filmmaking, gear reviews, but also DaVinci Resolve tutorials. So if that's something that you're interested in, consider subscribe. That would really help to grow this channel. So as you might follow my channel already, you might know that I use mainly for my work as a filmmaker the RED Komodo. In my production company we have now two of them. This is the main camera as I've built it out. The great thing about the Komodo is that it has a global shutter. I have plenty of videos why I use the RED Komodo and reviews, which I will link for you somewhere here. Let's start with the power solution that I use, and I use the Komodo as my V-mount adapter here. Why I really like this one is mainly because it really fits snug on here. It is really tight and it looks like as it belongs to the camera. It has different mounts of or positions or types of where you can power accessories from. Here you have a D-tap solution which you can plug in into both directions, therefore it looks like this. You have also here on the side USB out, USB-C on the bottom, and you have here three LiMo adapters for powering accessories. I use it with this V-mount battery here, which gives me around 2.5 hours with the Komodo, depends on what I power from that. One thing you have to note is with the micro V-mounts, you can basically use any micro or you can also use bigger batteries, V-mounts. But the main thing is if you use bigger batteries, so bigger than the micros, then you can, it's maybe a little bit difficult to reach to your connectors here like SDI and extension and something like that. So keep that in mind, and if you use a solution like this with a micro V-mount, then you don't have this issue. So, and one thing what I particularly like about this one is the power AC cable from the RED. I can plug it in here and then it got its power from the wall, and then I can swap out the V-mount and I don't have to turn off the camera because also the Komodo goes into the DC in from the camera, but it also has a different DC for this cable here. So that is what I really like, so I can just hot swap the batteries when I'm on set. Talking about the cage, I use the 8-pin cage with the outrigger handle from RED. So the 8-pin cage I've basically just around the camera, as you see. Well, let me hold it into, you see it there. I also have the 8-pin base plate with the riser, and I just have here on top I have a NATO rail that I've mounted on top of the outrigger handle, where I then can attach either a top handle or with NATO rail monitor adapter I can slide on the monitor, but basically I use it this way, and then I have my monitor, which is a small HD Focus Pro attached. I can also control the camera with this one, but mostly I don't use it because I have to plug in all these cables here, and mostly I just have plugged in the DC or LiMo, which I powered in from the V-mount. I really like the outrigger handle. I know it costs kind of a lot, but it's in my opinion the best handle you can find, because you can easily adjust the position to how you want it, and you can power the camera always. And that's one of my biggest downsides about the camera, that the power button here, it's not as easy to reach down here when you are working, and also you don't always have access to the monitor here. Just basically imagine that you have it on a tripod and it's sitting up high. You can't really reach it. Sure, you can always use the app, but if you're this is just the fastest way. I think it's also the best way, and therefore I highly recommend the red outrigger handle. I really like 8-sin, but I have one big downside here, just to show it to you, and this is this handle here. You can look at this and you might see here that this screw hole here is just broken. And this is because normally I have my easy rig on here with the pin, and just with the quick release I just have it in here. And at some point when I was shooting Hans Zimmer, the after movie, yeah, it just lost connection and was broken. So it was the screw hole here which is broken, or the thread is broken, and that's because simply it just has two threads in here, so it's not very deep. I'm also currently in contact with 8-sin, and they said they building a new handle which is more sturdy from the threads. So I'm waiting on this one. Luckily I was able to grab the camera while it was falling down, so nothing happened. Okay, now let's move on to the mount adapter that I use. I mainly use EF lenses, and therefore I have mainly here I use either the RF to EF adapter, which is this one with an ND filter, and I use the one from Breakthrough. I've currently made a video about the best VND, and I've tested a bunch of them, and I like this one much more than the Canon one in terms of color cast and also IR pollution, and it is really well built here. You have a really fine adjustment which I really like. Or I also use the RF to EF speed booster from Canon, which is focal reducer, so that one I have like a full frame view. I really like this one. I've also made a video about this, can also link it for you down here. Then on the side I use a follow focus, which is from Shape. We in our production company had flying around this thing here. I really like this one. It is sturdy, really high quality feel, but I also use a wireless follow focus system from time to time. The lenses that I use, I've also talked about this in my Cine versus photo lenses. I use the Schneider Kreuznach Cine primes, full frame Xenon primes. Here I have the 35 on. I really like this one. They have a really clean look, and since I only or mostly do commercials or corporate work, if you have clean lenses, that's mostly always what you want. I use the Tilta matte box. This is the 4x5 MB-T12. It's really lightweight. It has 3 trays in here, or 4x5, and I use also filters in here. Now I have I think it's 2 stops of ND. It's also the Schneider ND filters. These are straight NDs, and they are the best when it comes to, they have no color cast at all, and they also have no flaring and something like that. And they also cut out IR pollution or IR infrared light to don't get any IR pollution. But also this one does this pretty well. So in either choices I have, like, can go and shoot without worrying about this stuff. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I have linked everything which I use around the Komodo down below for you. If you have any further questions, you know the game, just drop them down in the comments below. And I'm gonna see you in my next one. Cheers!